All right, so putting the hat on. I just this art is just as possible. So this is going to be I'm loosely going to call this a series. We're going to do a new author help aid. Somebody posted a cultivation novel in immersive ink. Right, so I'm doing this little vlog that I'm going to go into YouTube store next. Okay, so the name of the title is Heart. Let's start with that. Okay, I have this open. And so far I've read the first 2 chapters, and I'm going to start with some things that are good. Actually, no, I don't do that. So Heart is a cultivation novel, right? So cultivation is big on Royal Road. This is my marketing / here's my suggestion, right? So I'm looking at the fiction, and so there's 3 things when you're selling a fiction, right? So there's the cover, there's the blurb, and then there is the actual text. If these first 2 things don't grab somebody, then sometimes people may take a chance on the third one. But I'm just gonna take a look right here. Oh, well, there we go. So what I did is I got myself a secondary screen. I'm just gonna show this right here. This is Heart by Gimbronyballoon. Okay, so first off, let me get this back to where it's supposed to be. All right. So first off, my first thing is that, okay, I'm not going to ding someone for having artificial intelligence art. So I understand people are not as, is it even going? Yes, people are not as, okay, people are critical of artificial intelligence art when it's posted for commercial reasons, right? So I would rather pay an artist. Paying artists is great. This is a good cover for what it is. Standard. I'll just move on. When you're ready, pay for somebody. Pay $150 to get a good cover done. Use this as a briefing tool. My problem is the blurb. So 2 lines. 3 lines if you include the AI art thing. So here's a blurb. Tantra is set to the Serpent Fang sect. She does not want to be there. That tells me nothing. It tells me there is some reluctance, which is fine. It's expected. There is the trope called the call knows where you are, or like the call to action, the call to being a hero. What I want to see in the blurb is I have like a Sarah Stream's blurb guide. I would point to that. I want like a strong opening line, like something that's in text, that like a piece of dialogue that's in text that I can reference, saying like, give me some world building thing shoved into that, like, oh, you can't upload a human into an AI by amalgamating different parts, right? That's effectively the blurb for Pathfinder, which is my yet to be released novella in my 1 series. So give me like a hook blurb, right? So hook me in, or she could be like, I'll do anything to get out of the Serpent Fang sect. That's a hook for me. So steal that. I'll do anything to get out of the Serpent Fang sect, and then like explain like the circumstances of why she's there, right? So I want to see character. Oftentimes what I'll see, and this is not specifically about Gimbrony, oftentimes what I'll see is authors are looking to do all of their world building in the first chapter, or do a lot of information dumps. Refuse the urge to explain. This is not you. So I'm going to go to the first chapter. So I've already sent this author a link to the railroad piece, which I will hopefully link again here. Okay. Congratulations. You've passed trials and tribulations and proven yourself worthy to be among the illustrious Serpent's Fang sect. I, Jordan Carr, am proud to induct you into this pursuit of strength and immortality. Come and grab your sect token and officially become one of us. Okay, so the grammar is fine, right? So I need this. So they're a good writer, right? But there are things that they could fix, right, to make this a little bit better. And hopefully by the time this is on YouTube and people are looking at it, they can just be like, oh yeah, this is fixed already. So a lot of things are they take me out of the dialogue tags, right? So there's a way to format dialogue tags. We have like a specific genre way to do it. This is not like I might say that my next book is going to be literary fiction, but it is not. That is a joke, even though it is. Take it seriously. Bodega Cat's going to be literary fiction. It's going to be a New York Times bestseller. This is how you do grammar, and then I'm going to caveat that with, if you know the rules and know why they exist, then you can break them, right? So make it easier for me to keep reading, right? And then the other thing, that's just talking about the style. So if we fix the style, we fix the blurb, we get some AI art, we hire a nice artist to fix that, then like this already has followers. This already has over 100 followers, which means that people like this story, right? People like this story. You should be proud, whoever you are, for putting yourself out there, right? I want this to be better. And so the next thing is, there's two things that you can fix in this, and they're both this is kind of like line type things. I would say they're between line and dev, right? So there's a video that I always send about white room effect, and I'm guilty of this a lot. I have to remember to put in notes about like what the people look like, or like what their skin looks like, or like they're looking at their hands, because that's a thing in fantasy or romance. I need a visual image of it, but I just need enough, right? So I don't need like a Tolkien description of every tree, even though that's lovely. I just need enough to give me a sense, right? So of the booming voice of a broad-shouldered man with long braids trailing to the ground. That's a vivid image. That's good. That is like his opening line, assuming him. And then that's kind of thing. So like if you're gonna create a character, and you gotta give me a quick snapshot of what they look like, then every so often you reference that. So like the series that I would say that for this author to study is the Lightbringer series. Everyone has different colored eyes, right? Like the prism has 7 colored eyes, and your eye colors are based off of your magic, right? So some people have no colored eyes, right? But like there's 9 different types of magic, 7 on the visible spectrum. So like you could see like if somebody has this type of magic by looking at their irises, and that is a strong thing to give in cultivation. Like you could just say like, hey, this is a specific thing for this Serpent Fang sect. Well, this is going way longer than I thought it was going to go. That was supposed to be 5 minutes. Okay, so I need that white room effect. I need enough description to give me an idea, but not to like hit me in the face with it. Okay, so that's my one thing. And the other thing is the refusing to use urge to explain, but in dialogue, right? So the dialogue is okay. I want this to be elevated to the next level. So rather than saying, okay, so there's an introduction scene here. I guess what I'm trying to say is they're a little bit on the nose. We can elevate it up. I'm trying to think of how I could change this. It's partially sharing acquaintance. No, this is fine. Just in general, like explain less, but give me more character in the descriptions. And I know that's like, how do I do that? That's like the thing. Like you already know what you're doing. Little note here is that use names less. Basically, so like if I'm talking to somebody, I'm not going to reference their name every time. So like, hey Bob, unless I'm making a point, like, hey Bob, where are the goats? Hey Bob, where are the goats? Like usually I just be like, hey, where are the goats? Because we don't really do that in spoken dialogue, and it would sound weird if this was in a live action thing, right? So that's my couple of notes, right? So like, already on the good path. You already have followers. Now we just need to see if we can tighten up those little pieces. And now I'm going to go into my vlog where I talk about prologues and YouTube journey and stuff like that. But that's it for now. I think I've given this guy 12 minutes. Right, the first 2 chapters. I'm going to link the fiction here on Royal Road. It's called Heart by Gimbronyballoon. It's good. It has 104 followers, so it's doing pretty good. And oh yeah, one more thing is to post your posting schedule. I know I asked the author like when is this coming out. I like, as a reader, I'd like to know like, hey, so like I post Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for my current fiction. That's just how it happened. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see when the posting is, because I'm a guy who likes to see engagement, and I also like to see. I know when the chapters are. Like, there you go. All right, so work with that. Let me know how that works. You know how to find me. Actually, I found you.